Basant is a guy who gets what he wants. Sneakingly, he is friends with Vasant. At an antique shop, Basant and Vasant see an antique duck made of glass. Basant purposely drops to break it because the shopkeeper has reserved it for someone else. One day, Basant sees Priya and is head over heels in love with her. She proceeds to draw a smiley face on the glass frame. Basant tries to run after her but he spots her earring. Meanwhile, Vasant wants to enter a music competition but on the way their car hits a girl on a bike. Which is Priya. She is in hospital and requires A1B blood. However, Vasant is there. Because the people who knocked her over took Vasant's car, so he chased them. Vasant has the correct blood type and donates blood to save Priya's life. However, this small event leads to the cancellation of the competition. Vasant is unaware the girl Basant boasts about is Priya, the girl he knocked over. When Priya wants to contact Vasant to thank him for the blood donation, she unknowingly calls Basant but he doesn't know it is the girl he wants. The next day, Basant and Vasant along with Satya and Prakash await the call but a music group calls insisting that Vasant must present himself there. Just after Vasant leaves, Priya calls, but says that Vasant must meet her at the railway station to Jodhpur. She is wearing a blue cap, has a blue top and is carrying an English novel. A call follows, and there is a problem with the boys, so Vasant has to leave. When Basant sees it is the girl he wants, he plays a pretext he is Vasant instead. Basant goes home and finds his friend smoking and thinking about his guru because he is in hospital. One day, Priya calls Vasant's house but his mother picks up the phone. Her stupid sister blatantly says an old woman and the mother thinks they are referring to her. Basant takes the phone and speaks expletives unaware it is Priya. Vasant, the real one, goes for a music job. He has a cassette and meets Uncle Till Shakti Kapoor. He calls Priya to help him out. The plot thickens when, just before Vasant goes for the interview, Basant tells him to change his name to Ranjini Priya for good luck and he meets Priya. Both are unaware that Priya sees the boy who saved her life and Vasant donates blood to a girl he didn't know because he never see her. At the movies, Basant, as Vasant, goes with Priya but he sees the real Vasant, his real friend, talking to Priya. He oversees the conversation, gets angry and drops his ice creams. He says that he's not in the mood to watch the movie so they leave. Priya meets the guys at their home. Prakash calls Basant, who is Vasant, to Priya. The boys find out Basant never told them about his girlfriend. One day Priya wants Basant, who is Vasant, to her, to meet Ajit Singh, her father, but he lies and says his father is ill. The reason is because, when Ajit was pleading to save his daughter, Vasant shows up and says he'll be indebted to him. Basant realizes he saw Vasant, so when the father sees him he will know it is not the guy who donated blood. At the airport, Priya and Ajit are waiting for the flight but secretly Basant sees them. He purposely procrastinates to delay time and rejects her calls. But when Ajit leaves, Basant acts as if he reached late. Outside, the guy pushes Priya. Basant starts to beat him. Another day Basant calls Priya but he doesn't speak. He overhears Priya is going shopping. Basant calls after that and her father picks up. He says that he's in Hotel Heritage Room No. 448. But he returned to Priya's house only to pretend if uncle is there. But then a cop shows up and proclaims that Ajit is dead. Priya is heartbroken. Sharad Kungar investigates the case. He says Ajit was murdered. Sharad immediately knows that Basant is the killer. This leads to the place where Ajit died. Meanwhile, Vasant shows up at Priya's house, the real one, and wants to meet Priya to say thank you. Basant goes to the hospital and tears the page with Priya's name on it. Vasant sees this and they start arguing. Both go to some rocky terrain to talk. Vasant realizes that Basant used his alias to win Priya's love. Basant gets angry and slaps Vasant. He loses his footing but Basant catches him. But he loses his hand and Vasant cascades to his doom. At the house of Basant, Sharad arrives and he realizes Vasant is Basant. Priya finds out too. She runs away. Basant chases after her and says, "It is true, I killed your father and his friend, but it wasn't his intention." Priya takes a log and attacks Basant. Priya nails herself with the log. Cops show up and Sharad shoots Basant. The earring that Basant possessed falls. He says it is evidence of his love. Priya bursts into tears. Basant is sent to jail for 7 years.